guys, welcome to the Living Day by Day show. It's your girl, Elder Lakiba Wallace. I am here with my sisters, guys. We are at the fourth annual Women on the Battlefield Conference. I tell you, what a time in the Lord tonight. I am so excited about the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings. I am excited about the vision that got pushed out. Y'all, I gave birth tonight. I'm so excited about what God is doing in the life of the little old ghetto girl, not from the projects, but from the house next to the projects. How about that? God, I tell you, if God be for you, who can be against you? Don't worry about those haters. Don't worry about the naysayers, because I tell you, God will step in. He will step into your vision. He will step into your plans. He will do everything that He ordained to be done through you. What a mighty time, guys, we had here. Dr. Jamal Harrison Bryant. Yes. My God.
He brought that heat.
My God. He brought that word. I am telling you, what a sharp, on-time word to be able to speak into the people and to the attendees here at the 4th Annual Women on a Battlefield Conference. Guys, I had an awesome time.
Oh my God.
Amazing. Simply amazing.
Thoughts?
I'm still feasting right now. I will never look at that scripture the same.
Never.
Never.
I just feel like He just laid my whole life out for the last 17 months right there on the altar.
Yes.
Oh my God. It was just, the revelation is just, it was amazing. If anybody allowed the devil to trick them to not get here, I feel bad for them.
You know what I'm saying?
They got tricked.
What a blessing. And you know, God is just so faithful because, you know, I'm transparent. Y'all know that's just who I am. You know, I fight you. You know, I don't want to, but I will. You know, God is just so faithful. You know, so many people doubt you, and it's so amazing that, you know, you try to doubt me, but you don't realize that it's God in me. So if you're doubting me, you're doubting God.
My God.
You know, and you ain't big or bad enough to doubt the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings. And so I want to just encourage someone who is listening and watching today, stay on the battlefield. Make sure you have the armor of God on the battlefield. God will not leave you. Watch this. He will not forsake you. God will do exactly what He ordained to have done in your life. You need to shut your ears to the naysayers and just walk in the power of God. Walk in the strength of God. Yes. Walk in the goodness of God. Yes. I told someone the other day, keep chilling, keep winning, and guess this, keep bossing, okay? Keep on bossing. But we're so excited. I tell you, God really showed out. He showed up and showed out right here at the 4th Annual Women on the Battlefield Conference, guys. But we have to pay some bills. That means we got to go into commercial break. But I promise you, we'll be coming right back. Stay tuned. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Minister Lakiba Wallace, and I'm coming to tell you about the hottest magazine in the nation, guys. That's the Living Day by Day magazine, a magazine that's full of quality, a magazine that's full of content, and a magazine that will bring you an avenue of information, an avenue of education, and an avenue of inspiration. If you want to be featured in the magazine or you want to advertise in the Living Day by Day magazine, make sure you visit www.livingdaybyday.net, or feel free to hit me up on Facebook, on Twitter, or on LinkedIn, or feel free to send me an email at lakibawallace@aol.com. That's L-A-K as in Catherine, E-B like boy, A-W-A-L-L-A-C-E@AOL.com. No more waiting, guys. Get yourself a copy of the Living Day by Day magazine via www.livingdaybyday.net. Be blessed.
Look at your sister beside you and say, I've been meaning to tell you. But lately I've noticed that there's been a change in plans. If you believe it, come on, give God glory. My dear sisters, recently the South African news reported the failure of robbers who had orchestrated a simple smash and grab right on the outskirts of Johannesburg. Surveillance cameras captured their attempt to break in the passenger window take valuables that were left on the front seat. There was one hiccup, and that is, even though they had aluminum bats, the windows just wouldn't break. The only thing that they were able to walk away with is sore limbs and bent backs. Scripture states in Romans 8:28 that all things work together for good to those that love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. Jeremiah 29:11 has etched, for I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Therefore, by way of reminder, God has a plan for your life, and the plans are good. And once more, the plan that he has for you is going to work out. For the last 18 months, the enemy had a plan for your life. Much like the robbers, the enemy was using difficulties in an attempt to break you. Your haters, your enemies, your adversary, your ex can't figure out why you won't crack. The intention was to grab the stuff that is valuable to you without them realizing that you come with a warning label that no weapon formed against you will be able to prosper. The plan that the enemy had for you for 2018, 2017, and 2016 was to displace you, to destroy you, and to disgrace you. And the enemy can't figure out for the life of them how it is with all of the attacks that you have been under. You still have a smile on your face. You still keep yourself up well. You still harbor no animosity, no brokenness, and no bitterness. You still have the nerve to dream and to trust and believe in love in spite of what it is that you've been doing. The enemy can't understand. With all that you've been up against, you still believe in God. You still come to church. You still got a prayer life. You still believe that when the praises go up, blessings are going to come down. You still treat people nice. You still help people who don't have enough. You still won't give up on who other people have thrown in the towel. You keep giving people a chance that don't deserve it. You keep forgiving people who are not sorry. You keep showing up in places where they can't stand you. You keep smiling when you should be in the fetal position. You keep tithing when you haven't seen the increase. You still participate when they don't like your ideas. You're still trying to do the best you can, even when they try to cut you off. And you're able to say, after all that I've been through, I still got my joy. If that's your testimony, would you give God glory now that you still got joy? I came tonight because I wanted to talk to women who are on the battlefield. If Satan has plans, the question that I want to ask you is, how come you don't? It's believed that Abraham Lincoln once said, if you give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, I'll spend 4 hours sharpening the axe. I gotta ask you, are you really planning on what you've been praying for? Are you planning on what it is that you wrote in your prayer journal? Are you planning on what you spoke in 6 a.m. prayer? Are you planning on what you fasted about? Are you planning on what was prophesied over your life? What happened to you as an amazing woman of God when you reduced your dreams to settling? What happen that you exchange your dreams to just paying bills, being somebody's mama, and waiting on a return text? What happened to you that you thought just clocking in 40 hours a week and making sure your hair was done and nails were lavishly painted, that's all that there is? Do you really believe that the intention of God was just for you to dress well and to be cute and to smell nice and to eat shrimp and to go on trips? Do you not believe that God had plans for your life, for you to shift generations and to make an impact to your last name, to revise structures and to speak to places of power? Do you not think that the plan of God on your life was to snap generational curses and to confront witches and warlocks? Don't you think that the plan of God on your life was more than being average and being a part of the status quo? Don't you think that God had a plan for your life, that he rescued you from a nervous breakdown, stopped you from committing suicide, weaned you off of a codependency, blocked you from addiction, saved you from a psychopath? Do you think God did all of that just for you to be in church on a Friday night and not give God your glory? I know you can shout for money in the bank and a roof over your head and stilettos on your feet, but would you shout for once for the plan that God got for your life? Will you give him glory, knowing that by next year this time you're going to be in a completely different tax bracket? Will you shout that by the end of the summer you're going to be making more money than you ever made in your life? Will you screaming here tonight that the folk that couldn't stand you are going to have to ask you for help? Will you praise him that family members are going to give you an apology? Will you give him glory that your daughter will go further than you and your son is going to make life easier for you? There's a plan for your life. When many were incarcerated, he had an epiphany that he needed a strategy. And that strategy transformed into a book called The Master Plan. My journey from a life in prison to a life of purpose. He argues convincingly that far too many don't think about a plan until they hit rock bottom, and naively act as if rock bottom is a floor, but it's not a place, because the reality is you can always go lower. Rock bottom is not a place. Only 5 of you are going to get this. Rock bottom is a decision. You got to hit the place where I make a decision. Here it is, in apostolic arrogance, that I deserve better than this. You got to come to a place where you got to remind God, you owe me some stuff. Because I was faithful over a few things, and now you said you would make me ruler over many. You got to make a decision. I am not going to perpetuate the cycle, because God, there's no way in the world I'm going to live at a lower level now that I'm saved than I did when I was in the club. Y'all ain't saying enough. God, you owe me some stuff, because there's some women with no morals, no values, no character, and they got a man, and here I am living upright and serving you and sleeping by myself. I'm sick of this. It's gotta be a decision. The problem is you gotta make up in your mind, I'm not gonna wait until I hit rock bottom before I come up with a plan. In John chapter 2, there's a wedding in Cana. And I need you to see what happens at this wedding in Cana. I'm familiar that all of us know this narrative from our time in Vacation Bible School. But I want you to look at it again and see what happened in John chapter 2. In John chapter 2, there's a wedding in a small suburb called Cana. And they invite Jesus. A critical question you got to ask yourself is, how would the wedding have turned out if Jesus never got an invitation? They did not wait for a crisis of wine to invite him. Here's your shout, he's already there. I wonder, when was the last time, here it is, that you invited Jesus to your future? Most times when we pray to God, we pray for him to come in the perfect present. But we do not invite him to go to where we plan on going. There's getting ready to be a shout that's going to confuse the enemy, but I'm going to do it anyway. I don't want you to even shout about what you're dealing with right now, what you're contending with right now. I want you to give God glory. Here it is, that you are inviting God to meet you in June. Did you hear what I just said? I know it's just June, May the 3rd, but would you give him glory that already in June, whenever bills come, we'll get paid in June. There'll be no accidents in June, no funerals in my family in June. There won't be any crisis in my health in June. I will not be laid off. I'm inviting him to show up.
My name is Gilda Aegis. I sell lady handbags. My email address, GildaJohnson64@gmail.com. I'll be glad to support you. Anything you need, I can get it on order. Thank you.
Okay, y'all all right now. I think y'all all right. And we get food too. We get food. We gonna be eating in here. Oh Lord. Well, see, look at that. See how God be blessed? So the people that don't come, they're more for me. Anyway. Okay, now, okay, we on Saturday. She give me that piece of paper. She knew my glasses ain't that good. Oh, okay. Ooh, Lord, have mercy. It don't make no sense. It's shameful, God. I need magnifying glasses for this thing. But, Lord, have mercy. But, oh yeah, y'all trying to figure out where y'all can find me. If you can find my face in the book, you can, the face in the book. And you can follow me, and I don't know where we're going, but you can follow me at the Instagram and the Twitters at Aunt Mabel 1. It's AUNT MAB and the number 1 right after that. Yes, sir. Come on in here. Come on in. You know that was my cousin. Yeah, you know. She asked me, did she sound all right? And I told her a little shaky. But I ain't the one to judge because she saw them songs. So I was a little jealous because, when my single came out, it didn't sell like that. So I ain't got nothing else to say, but they came on in the room. She did. Everybody said, that old lady up there singing. Yeah, that's all right. She got paid. And y'all came in the room. And we still singing the song today. Okay. Hey, God. Ooh, I felt the quickness. This must be a heavy anointment over here somewhere. Is that you? Ooh. Oh, I'm going to win out. Can't be going out before my time. Ooh, hey. That's heavy over there. Ooh, Lord, I see we got some vendors. Y'all need to go on ahead and support them. Okay, we ain't got this out here for colors. Okay? Y'all know how y'all do. So, go on ahead and support them, charge it, put it on something. And something that work. Clear that up.
God bless your hearts. How's everyone this morning? Okay, let's try that again. How's everyone this morning? There you go. I mean, really act like God did something for you. Just a little breath in your body. Hey, listen, I'm just here to encourage you for just a few minutes. So listen, here's the thing. I'm going to go to John chapter number 4. John chapter number 4 is a very familiar story here. We have, when you're looking at John chapter number 4, and we're looking at verse 19, you have a woman that is at the well. And this woman is at the well, and she talks to Jesus, and she's talking to him because, first and foremost, it's interesting that they would even be conversing. Because you have to understand, at that particular time, women were considered property. Because women were considered property, then the thing about it was men did not talk to women. The only thing women were good for was feeding and breeding at that time. So for Jesus to actually stand and to have intelligent conversation with the woman means one to two things. First and foremost, what it means is that Jesus is an inclusive God. And because he is an inclusive God, what he did was he gave credibility to the woman. Because he validated her by standing there and conversing with her. But check this out, then on the second thing is he actually listened to what she had to say. And what he did was he said, listen, she said, look, I know for a fact that you are a Jew and I am a Samaritan. I don't like you, you don't like me. We don't get along. Even though we're cousins, y'all consider us Samaritans as half-breeds. And so we don't get along. We don't like you. You don't like us, but I got a problem with you because you're talking real good right now. But the problem is that you say we're supposed to go to Jerusalem to worship on the mountain there. That you're supposed to worship on Mount Zion in Jerusalem. The problem is because we don't like each other, the thing about it is we're not going to Jerusalem. We worship right here on Mount Gerizim, which is the original place of worship. Y'all Jews moved the city. That's not our fault. So we worship where our fathers worship. And then Jesus stops long enough just to tell her, listen, here's what I need you to understand. Here's what I need you to know. First and foremost, there is coming a time where really and truly it's not going to matter if you're worshiping in Jerusalem or if you are worshiping in Samaria, because what God is looking for, he is looking for true worshipers. And for true worshipers, those are the people who worship him in spirit and in truth. So the truth of the matter is, it's not really going to matter whether you are on Mount Zion. It's not going to matter if you're on Mount Gerizim. It's not even going to matter if you're on Stone Mountain. But the point is, what's happening is God wants you to get your spirit right. So when you can get your spirit right and you can match it up with his spirit, God can deliver you. Do I have a witness here? God can deliver and set you free. But what you have to do is you have to get in the spirit. And in order for you to get in the spirit, what you need to do is first and foremost, you need to understand who God is in his sovereignty. And understand what that means is that he has supreme authority. And in order to understand what that means, then you have to understand God is so much more than he is just to who he is to you. God may be a healer for you, but he may be a deliverer for somebody else. So you have to know that God is so much more than you can fathom. So what that means in essence, if you only know God as God the Creator, then you miss him as God the Redeemer. If you only know him as God who sits high and looks low, then you miss him as God the Omnipresent, meaning he's everywhere at the same time. If you only know him as God who makes my ends meet, then you miss him as God of my empire. What I'm trying to get you to see is that God is so much more than you can fathom. And the point is, if you really want to be a true worshiper, if you really want to know who God is, you must know him in his sovereignty. You must know him for who he truly is. God bless your hearts. I'm done.
Fanfare anywhere. Don't just keep that old beauty supply store fan in your purse that you need to throw away. Get you a Fanfare fan that will last. Quality. Help me start a phenomenon for women all over the world that can carry something unique and different, made of quality, and that will last. Fanfare anywhere. Weddings, funerals, bar mitzvahs, class reunions, church. Carry your fan wherever you want. Be different. Be unique. Dare to live. It comes with its own carrying case, so you're still hands-free. And also, what's so unique about it is its own bling handle. You'll recognize a Fanfare fan because of the bling handle. Help me start a phenomenon for women. I love you and thank you for your support. Fanfare anyway.
Good. Because God's word is always good. Yes, it is. Yes, sir. Woo! Oh, all that came out of that tractor. I ain't never seen that. I was like, oh, wait a minute, hold up, wait, take it. I did not realize that the woman was property. How you go, ooh. Okay, phew. Woo! Oh, Lord. Did you get it? Oh, okay, phew. Did somebody recall that? We need to say that. Get 2-3 pennies for it. Woo, that thing's good. Well, anyway, we here to have our panel, okay? Okay, I'm gonna be yes. Okay? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, I was supposed to do like Cardi B. Okay. Y'all woke up then, huh? She said, Cardi B, I don't even believe she said that. Lord, these comedians done got off the chain around here. Y'all need to quit acting like you ain't heard that. Okay, y'all be watching TV. Come on now, let's get real. All up in the television. And y'all probably be listening to her moves and trying to be all deep and socialize around him. Wait a minute, I'm sorry. Whew, I had my nervous pills today and I said anything. Whew, Lord, they tried to fulfill my subscription last week. And, why are people echoing? I'm sorry, they gave me a subscription because they told me I need to just come once a year. That's it. And they did have me on the 6-month subscription, but they said they didn't want to see me no more. And so they put me on the 1 year. It's a good deal, though. And they didn't fulfill it last time. I think they trying to put me on the 2-year program. But anyway, at least they gonna give me some. But you know, when I don't take them, I'm on edge. I'm on edge. But we got some chicken back there, and I'll be all right when I give me some yard bird.
All right. If y'all remember the theme, first of all, we're on the battlefield. And the thing about the battlefield is for the people who show up are ready to fight. I mean, that's the first thing. A lot of people don't show up because they're not ready to fight. So obviously, there were people that were scared. And I was scared. That's why they were scared. But they never scared. I said, so we don't worry about the people who couldn't show up. Because y'all know enough battles, as long as God is there, then we're going to win. So we on the battlefield, and the theme for this weekend is winning while waiting. Winning while waiting. A lot of us don't like the waiting period because we already feel defeated. But if we know when we're on the battlefield, the actual waiting part is where we're actually getting our strength, where we actually getting our training. So that's the most important part, is actually waiting. Everybody in a hurry to get out there and get slaughtered. But they don't put on their equipment, they don't train, they don't even see who's going out to battle with them. So look at your neighbors. See who came and showed up and ready to go to battle with you. Yeah, I need to check. That's right, you need to check out your battle mate. That's right, check out the road. That's right, child. Yeah. So who showed up to actually help us in battle today is our wonderful relationship panel. And when I say relationship, I'm not just talking about people who are married. So I got some questions, because she said it was a chat and chew. So when I thought about that, you know, when we chat, that means we should be speaking God's word. Right. Because, you know, sometimes we chat about everything but God's word. I know there's nobody in this room. We always in God's word. We always talking about God's goodness. That's everybody in here, right? That's what we chatting about. That's what our dialogue and conversation about. But then when you think about you, then you gotta digest something. So everything necessarily ain't gonna be pleasant. But the thing is, sometimes you talk about God's word and it's offensive, but you be like, you know, you're not doing that. So today we're gonna have to chew on that. We're gonna have to let it go down. And we're going to have to digest God's word. And when you digested it, changes what's in the inside of you. It's something that is right for you. And we all know about eating stuff that's wrong for us. We digest it, we put on a bit less weight. But if we eat the right stuff, you know, we are weighing what God told us to weigh. So in the waiting, I prepared a few little questions for our lovely panel. And as I give you the mighty, wonderful panelists, I want you to introduce yourself before your question. So these were some things that were, you know, irritating with me when I got the thing while in waiting and we were going on this whole relationship journey together. I wanted to make sure I could get everybody in the room because I, first of all, was never going to do trying to make an assumption that everybody had.
Oh, sorry.
You know? And then the next thing is don't assume everybody want to be there.
Come on now.
So our first question we're starting about is in singleness. Y'all listening with me, man? And that don't mean y'all need to be single. Y'all been single at one time in your life. You need to come out the womb married. There's nobody here come out the womb married. So let's think. Let's marry me. And then y'all don't rush for me to give you the right. In singleness, what does waiting on a mate look like? Y'all think about that? Everybody want to be first? Think about it. In singleness, what does waiting on a mate look like? You go first. All right. Introduce to me and answer that question.
Can y'all hear me if I don't have a mic? Oh, you want it to be?
Yeah. Keep it right now.
I just like all right, you can hear me good? Yeah. So, in singleness,
introduce yourself.
Oh, I like to get right to it. All right, okay, so my name is Clinton McCoy. I'm a master life and business strategist, but more specifically social media content monetization strategist. So I help people figure out who they are, what they want to do, and then how to monetize it using digital platforms. Because for me, the digital platform is an energy source. It has no space, no time. You can put out a video today that somebody watch 4 years from now, that's their future. Your present is someone else's past. Once we learn to actually make use of what a lot of people are getting rich off of, we can really start to change our circumstances. So, and I'm also the founder and president of Ex-Offenders of Excellence, where we build a bridge from prison to prosperity for ex-offenders, at risk, and the family.
And you want to tell us about all that?
Huh?
Still enough of a relationship.
Okay.
Don't leave us single.
So one of the things in my book is I talk about perspective over mindset. A lot of times people believe that mindset is the key, and I say that's not true. Mindset is a key, not the key. You usually mix the definition up between mindset and your perspective. The way you view things will fuel whatever mindset you have. So I like to change the narrative when people say, once you're not single when you're whole. And once you figure that you're not single is when you can really start to someone else that's potentially whole inside your life.
That's right. Come home.
Become whole. Because you will ultimately attract what you truly are. Inside. You can be great love on the top, but hurt inside, and you're going to attract someone that really thinks they're great love on the top. But they're going to call you a person too inside, because that's just what they have. So once we start to change our narrative, not single and not waiting, just being prepared and weeding out the good guy.
Okay, I like it.
My name is Ashley Taylor. I'm the founder and owner of Switch on God LLC. We specialize in Christian apparel and accessories. We're trying to change the narrative and bring more light in the world. Instead of saying on God, more people need to switch the light on God. Thank you for your interest in my company.
In singleness, what does waiting on a mate look like? And remember, we ain't calling it single no more. It's being prepared and weeding out.
Well, my name is Carla Gaskins, and I have an organization called Women Who Worship. I host a conference every year. I'm an author. I'm a transformational coach, and about to launch something called the Prayer Clinic. I believe that the church has really lost the heart and the love and interest of prayer, so God has ignited me with a vision and a mission to call and wake up the intercessors. So that's just a little bit of who I am. But to answer the question, in my waiting, what a mate looks like to me is someone who's ready and available. There is a difference, because you can meet someone who be available, but they're not ready. And if you're ready, you may not be available to hold the capacity of loving that other person. So you both have to be whole. Like he said, if you're a whole person, you're going to draw what's inside of you. If you're a broken person, you're going to draw a broken person to you. I'm a witness to that because I'm in the process of divorcing someone who left me who is broken. And I was broken at the time. And there's a journey that I had to go through to get to this point to understand that there is a difference in being ready and available. Just because you're available, you're not married, you don't have a girlfriend, and someone see you and they think, oh, that's a pretty good, cool person to hang out with, they may not be ready for you. You may not even be available, and you may not be ready. But you need to be both. You need to be ready and available. So to me, while waiting, waiting for a mate, I think that mate needs to look like me, ready and available. And be honest with yourself. If you're not ready and you are available, to spend time with God. He'll make you both. And he'll make that person see what's inside of you, and you'll draw what's inside of you.
And I got to tell y'all, you know, I'm the real of this man right here. So I just want to help him do his intro. Got that part out.
Good evening, everyone. It's nice to see a lot of lovely faces in. Nice to have the face in about this coming in to get educated. And this is my lovely wife, and she keeps me encouraged every day. It's a learning experience every day. As I go out with some each event, I get educated. I enjoy it. I don't know what I'm doing, but it's I'm here this morning to say, back up to this gentleman said, how you really want to make it. My thing is, first of all, for you to be able to bring anyone else in for you to want to be, you have to learn how to love yourself. That's the first thing. You got to learn how to love yourself. You got to learn how to respect yourself. But once you learn how to love yourself and respect yourself, then finding your mate with your capacity won't be a problem.
Wow.
That's the way I see it. And then we have to learn how to not to try to develop another. Because that's if you're always a broken person. If you spend too much time trying to develop the person you want to be. And develop what you want to definitely develop a lot of confusion. And just set the person as is and pick the Heavenly Father you good. They'll all as we want. And I'm a living example of that. So that's what I got to say. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Clinton M. McCoy, and I'm with Ex-Offenders of Excellence. What we do is we help to try to build a bridge between prison to prosperity with ex-offenders and their families. This was an awesome convention. Definitely learned a lot. I was very happy to participate in this, to really give my opinion to be able to help people make big changes inside their life. But what I didn't know I was going to get is a lot of information that helped me too at the same time. So I thank you, Kiba, and I'll definitely be at the next one.
The question is, what are steps to take to build a strong relationship before I do? Before I do, like it's saying, learn how to be a compliment to somebody, not to have to fill gaps.
Well, I am Christopher D. Williams. I'm the lead pastor of the Global Metro Atlanta in Covington, Georgia. And I'm also the founder of the Foundation for Christ Network, which is a 24-hour television and radio network as well, too. So, in order to answer that question, I think the biggest thing that we really have to look at is called proactive preparation. You have to be in the mode of preparing to receive your mate, or to receive the one that is coming, your future spouse, if you will. Because the truth of the matter is, if you're not preparing to receive him or her, then when they get there, you're not prepared for them. So what you have to do is you have to be actively preparing, actively getting ready for them. Listen, I'm 40, I'll be 44 this year, and I can assure you I'm in preparation stage, okay? Been single for 44 years. Time to try to do something different. So it's an active prepare. But let me tell you, it was like I just got to a point in my life where I was actually officially ready to receive. Because you got to build things ahead of time. God's not going to bless you with a blessing if you're not prepared to receive it. So you have to be you got to be prepared. You got to be preparing for what's about to take place. Because understand, when he or she does come, then it's just going to make your life even the more greater. And that's just the biggest thing. And if you want to live in bigger, better, and greater, you have to be in proactive preparation. Just my thing.
I'm Robin Dotson. I'm a pastor of Created to Win Ministries out of Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm an author, and this topic is right in my lane because I do my women's ministry, Woman to Woman Impartation, does this workshop called Side Piece No More. And what it is, we going all over the nation wanting to bring the workshop to women. And I think when you talk about relationship, what I deal with when I do the workshop, I deal with the mindset. Because when you look at the word side piece, when it's together as one word, it is a mistress, it's a side chick, it's a boo thing, right? But when you put it separate, God said begin to define to the women what side is. Side is a position. And side, a position, a lot of times is a mindset. A position is when you find yourself in a situation or you've been in a place where tragedy has happened, or you've been let down, you've been betrayed, or what have you, has developed a mindset to create a side piece mentality. And it's not just being a boo thing, it's a mindset in all areas of life. So where we go, so talking about relationship, a person needs to, first of all, change your mindset about who you are. Change your mindset and allow God to show you who you are, because if you don't know who you are, you're not ready for nobody else. Yeah. If you don't know who you are in Him, you're not ready to even be connected with nobody else. So my mission, my assignment in this season is to encourage women to understand who they are in God. Do that first. Accomplish that. Get that boldness and get that awareness of who you are, so you won't be a side piece. You won't accept anything in life because you know who I am. I know who I am. You'll build that confidence and that boldness, so you won't attract some trifling Negro. You won't attract some trifling situations. I'm being real. Because when you know who you are, they know they can't come your direction. Well, you can't come over here with no foolishness. Because I know who I am in God. All right, now. All right.
Hello, my name is Kenya, and I am the owner of Virtuous Styles Boutique. We're located at 3056 Anvil Block Road in Ellenwood, Georgia. And these are just some of my pieces that I brought to this wonderful conference, Battlefield, Women on the Battlefield, hosted by yours truly, Lakiba. Had such a wonderful time, enjoyed myself, everything was magnificent, met some great people, and I just can't wait to see what God do with her in the future.
All right, so when we don't grow at the same time, and I'm going to say this, not just in your marriage, but with your kids, because you want them to be in a certain place because you took them to church. You want people at your job to be in a certain place because you done told them 20 million times the same thing. Y'all know people I'm talking about. All right, but people don't grow at the same time in certain areas. How do we wait without wondering and adding additional weight to the situation? Y'all want me to start off with an answer to help y'all trigger your brain and give you an example? Or you want to be last again? Not last. You want to be in the middle of the mix? You want me to go first then? I don't want to be like I'm saying. Yeah, you go first. Okay, you want me to go first. So, in this place, how do you do that so you're not wondering yourself? First of all, don't add anything else to your plate. Because that's the problem. A lot of times when we say, well, I've got patience, and I feel like my patience is better than yours. I'm so focused on your lack of patience. The thing is now, I done started jumping to something else, and now I'm messing up my own patience. Because your patience obviously is not as good as you thought because you're becoming impatient while God works on the other person. So now you've become so focused on that other person, you've added the weight of what God is doing. And that's what we do. We add the weight of what God is working. Let God work it out. So you're not adding that to your own responsibility, to your own plate. We add that extra weight. And now, sometimes we're sitting around and say, okay, I'm waiting on a promotion. I'm waiting on my child to get to school, to the school I want them to go to. And the problem is now you've started to put the pressure on yourself. And you're filling out your child's application, taking tests for them. My God. Paying for them to get into school that they don't want to go to. Y'all know this is the news, so that's real. Okay. So, adding additional weight onto your life, and now you're going to be prosecuted in things that didn't even have to be because your child didn't even want to go there to begin with. So, that's what I'm saying. We're trying to make somebody grow in the areas they were never called to begin with. So, now that I help y'all a little bit, stir up some of y'all just want me to jump to the next question. Oh, you ready? Okay. Okay, you want to be first?
And that's a good topic. I like that. I love that because that's where a lot of confusion happens. That's where a lot of people get discouraged because they're trying to force something on somebody and do that they're not built for. And the reason why I'm saying that because I'm like that because a lot of decisions I made because somebody tried to force something on me that I just did it because I wanted to be proud of following the crowd. And I didn't get no kind of education from it. But what my wife has got me saying is we need to find out what this person wants to do, what they enjoy doing, what makes them happy, and then work with that. Kind of feed that to them because like I like to talk to a lot of youth. I like to talk to a lot of youth. Like I work with a young guy called all day, and I would spend an hour working with this car. We spend 2 hours talking to him about wisdom. And the thing about I asked him, he was doing some stuff that his parents was, like my wife said, doing some stuff that his parents sent him to school for. He was trying to make them happy, but he didn't like what he was going to school for, but he had to go because they were paying for him. But I said, at the end of the term, you're not going to be successful in that because you went because somebody sent you to school for something that you don't like. So we have, as parents, we have to work with our kids and let them do what they enjoy doing, not what we want them to do. And that's where we have a lot more success in business-wise, relationship-wise, everything. So that's all I want to say. I ain't got too much to say, but I like that what you said, and I couldn't add nothing else to it. Thank you.
Hey, it's the mic there.
So I actually like that because a lot of these questions fall right in line to what I say, my the 7 life-changing principles. And one of them, if you've been through life and you've learned how to become the master of your circumstances, you probably know the book. So, but one of them is a purpose. A lot of times we get into relationships and we don't have a purpose, we don't have a bigger picture. So if you don't have a bigger picture to understand and be able to have what it takes to stick through these growth moments or time frames, it's either you're going to end up with not being satisfied, which normally ends up in regret, and regret normally ends up in a not good place, or that's what's going to happen. So I would say you need to have a purpose, you need to have your reason why. If you get into it with your reason why, then you'll be able to actually stick to those growth processes when you're not evenly yoked at a certain time. But if not,
my point of view, say that question for me one more time.
When we don't grow at the same time in certain areas, how do we wait without wondering or adding additional weight?
I would say you need to mind your business. It is mind your business. Stay in your lane. The Bible says some of us plant, others water, and He bring the increase. It's not up to us to make anybody be anything. Even in pastoring, I talk to people all the time, and pastoring does not mean I own nobody. They're not my folk. And when folk act up, I say, God, that's your fault. And all seriously, I'm not in charge of people's growth. We can encourage, we can be mentors, we can be mentees, we can speak into their lives. Myself, I'm on radio. I try to bring topics and things of that nature that people can glean from. But at the end of the day, the old saying, you can take the horse to the water, but if they don't drink, that's none of your business. Your job was to do whatever your assignment was. And what they do with it, that's between them and God. Plain and simple, to me, plain and simple.
Hi, my name is Margaret Renfro. The name of my company is Paydees Accessories. I'm located in Loganville, Georgia. I sell costume jewelry and handbags, and one of the things that I specialize in is Greek paraphernalia. So all you Delta, Sigma, AKA ladies, I got what you need. So I welcome you. I'm located on Facebook under Paydees Accessories. So please look me up, and I'll be glad to accommodate you. Thank you.
My name is Ashley Taylor. This is a question for the panel. We know communication, the landscape of communication, the landscape of relationships has changed due to social media and how we actually interact with people. And I said it's a good question because I know two of the ladies spoke on being divorced, but if you go out and try to find another maid after you become whole, like it's just different how you communicate. People are very deceitful because you can talk to people from anywhere and they can have the nice car, the nice jewelry, and the Photoshop body, but it's kind of like, social media is real, and a lot of people like to say social media, oh, it's what the young folks do, but I think the entire world is transitioning to communicating with your fingers. You're talking to people through text or through some platform. So I just wanted your take on how do you approach that changing landscape of communicating through those mediums now.
Wait. Go ahead, Precious. And I'll say something right before I get to Precious. The thing is, social media, I met everybody in here on social media. So the thing is, it's a good medium, but then it's something you have to do after. Yeah.
Okay, I remember what she said, but I want to go to the lady in the back when she was talking about the fruit of the spirit and how being the woman on the battlefield. The Lord began to give me as I was coming to this conference about the fruit of the spirit, and so we love patience. We love the love, the meekness. We love all of those fruit. But the Lord began to tell me that certain fruit that you go in the grocery store, you just don't buy because you don't like them. And he said long suffering, which is patience. That's the thing that we don't like. Even though we're on the battlefield, I mean, I personally don't like beets, so I wouldn't go in there and just die. But they clean your blood, and God said you don't necessarily have to like it, but it's good for you. And so he began to deal with me about long suffering, and even on the battlefield, the Bible says give thanks in all things. We have to thank God for long suffering. We have to thank God because what long suffering does, it teaches us character. And it's just like God's grace. If God was to run out of grace and get mad at us every time we see Him, we will be in some major trouble. But because of the patience of God and what God is doing is He's giving you the characteristics of God. So if God is patient, then and long suffering with us, we have to learn, even though it don't feel good, even though it don't look good, we have to thank God for long suffering because what it's doing is building character in us. It's building weight. So when people come to attack us and people come to destroy our character and try to kill us on this battlefield, we'll be like God. We'll be able to stand on the foundation of the word and know that no weapon that's formed against me is going to prosper. But because of the character, we'll be able to suit up, put our armor on, and still look like we're ready for war and we're ready for battle because we don't have to go back and forth with the enemy. We don't have to fight the enemy. We can fight the enemy with the word. So just be thankful for, being on the battlefield, long suffering, even though we don't like it, because it's building character in us.
Hey guys, I'm Veronica with Vase Lemonade, and it has been an amazing experience here at the Women on the Battlefield Conference. We had an amazing time serving up some delicious pineapple lemonade. I am also the author of Vase Real Life Fairy Tale. You can find a copy of this book on Amazon.com and all online platforms. You can also reach me at Vase Lemonade on all social media platforms. Thanks so much and see you guys soon.
Let me start by saying, players ain't nothing new. Okay, people been playing for years, long before social media came out. Okay, they just have a new way to do it. That's just all it is. Okay, The thing about it is, first and foremost, there are so many people that are on social media that really should not be on social media. The truth of the matter is, social media, in my personal opinion, is not a place for you to air your dirty laundry. That's not what it's there for, okay? Because here's what happens. Truth of the matter is, 80% of the people don't care. And the other 20% is glad that it's you. So the truth of the matter is that's not where you're supposed to be. Now, as far as people being deceitful, because listen, we understand that there are new ways to do different things, and I get it, I understand, because I'm on social media and what have you. But you have to be careful in everything that you do. Okay, because to me, being on social media, interacting with somebody who may or may not really exist, is no different than me going to a bar and picking up somebody and they tell me that there's somebody else that they're not. You have to be concerned, you have to be cautious in every way, and stop falling for everybody that comes through that says, oh girl, you look good. Oh, you're so cute. You know, I like that hair and what have you. And all you do is, thank you. You know, stop falling for all of that, okay? Or guys, you know, if she actually looks like she's interested, you can't fall for that either, because that works two ways. The thing about it is, from the spiritual aspect, you have to ask for discernment, okay? Because the thing about it is this, you know for fact that they got some red flags right there. There are some major red flags that are waving in your face. But you want to be in a relationship so badly that you will look past the red flags. And then later on, when you have problems, well, he got a crooked eye. He had a crooked eye before. Okay? But you was all in love. And what have you. The thing about it is, you have to be in a situation where you're actually paying attention to what's going on. People say anything they want to say. Listen, let me go ahead and tell you. I have 60 questions. I really do. I have 60 questions that I give to any woman before we go out on a date. That's just what it is. Okay, listen. 60 questions. Now, here's the thing. Listen, I don't interrogate them, okay? That's not what it is. It's not an interrogation. But what I understand is, so many people get caught up in chemistry. And they're like, oh, she's so cute, oh, he's so fine. And they don't ask the proper questions. And because you're not asking the proper questions, listen, the first date is an interview. That's what it is, okay? The dating is not about sex. The dating process is to get to know whether there's going to be a second date. That's what that is. It's the whole process. And so my thing is this. I want to know, like, if you're on a deserted island and you had an opportunity to be with somebody, living or dead, who would it be and why? Okay? These are questions that I want to know because it stimulates your mind. I want to hear what you have to offer. So I ask these questions because the thing about it is, listen, if you give good answers, then there's probably a second date. Okay? But the thing about it is, I'm trying to find someone that is compatible. Yeah. That's the biggest thing. Because the truth of the matter is, listen, if we going out and you don't really have stimulating conversation, all you have is a good body and a good hairdo, we not going to work. Because I need somebody that I can communicate with. Listen, you have to be in that position where you understand that, listen, this is what I'm looking for. This is who I am. This is what I want. And I know for fact, whether it's on social media or whether in fact it's in person, if this person ain't matching up with what I have as far as the standard is concerned, I need to move on.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Living Day by Day show. I'm still on set, of course. I'm the host of the 4th annual Women on the Battlefield Conference. It has been truly amazing. I feel delivered, refreshed, renewed, healed, prosperous. I tell you, God is doing a new thing, and I'm so excited about the new thing. But guess what? He's not just doing the new thing for me, but he's also doing the new thing for you and for your family. I know you've been on the battlefield for something, but whatever you've been on the battlefield for, I prophesy to you today that you are coming off the battlefield because God is going to get some glory out of your life. That story is going to turn into glory. And I'm so excited to just tell you to keep on trusting God. Keep on believing God, because if God be for you, then who can be against you? The Bible tells us in Psalm 68:19 that daily God loads us up with blessings. So just make sure that daily you think about all those blessings, not the haters, but all those blessings that God has just for you. Make sure you tune in to the Living Day by Day show. Check us out, guys, livingdaybyday.net. Until the next time, you know I love you real good. Keep chilling. Keep winning and keep bossing.